Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to Ask Dr. Lulu. You're very welcome. Take a seat, just like I did, and get comfortable and let's talk. In this video, we're going to be discussing part 2 of our How to Raise series. I'm calling it How to Raise series. In this series of videos, we're going to be talking about how to raise well-rounded, empowered, productive, mentally stable teens and children, really. So if you're meeting us for the first time, my name is Dr. Lulu. I'm your board certified pediatrician. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I love to exercise. I'm a disabled veteran, and I'm here to talk with you. If you're watching this in the replay, thank you very much for joining us. I have 3 other videos that have already been recorded. They're also on my YouTube channel as Ask Dr. Lulu. If you could just watch those as well, so you can kind of catch up with us and know exactly where we are, that would be great. If you're watching me live, my favorite people, welcome. Thank you. Take a second to let me know where you are. Give me thumbs up so I know you can hear me very well. And most importantly, take maybe 30 seconds this time around to invite your friends. Ask your friends to join us, tag your friends, any parents out there, any people who have teens, if you know a teen, if you've been a teen, if you have a small child, if you have anyone out there who you think can learn a few pearls on how to raise children right, invite them and let them come on and let's take a seat. We have about 15 minutes at the most, maybe 20, to talk about these topics. So let's get right to it. Last Sunday, we talked about 5 topics. I don't know if you guys remember them, 5 qualities that we discussed on how to raise well-rounded children. And they were charity or love. You want to show that you love your kids every day, unfailingly. You want to teach them patience, respect, gratitude, and of course, empathy. And today we're going to be talking about 5 more qualities that will show me that you really love your kids, that you want them to grow up well-rounded and empowered and mentally stable. So we're going to start with humility. So the definition of humility is modest or low view of one's self. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. So the low view of one's self might be a little bit confusing. But the modest, I know that's pretty good. That's most people can understand that you want to raise a modest person. So what are the qualities of a humble person or a child who has humility? So a child who is humble is in control. They are mostly silent. They're not doing all the talking. They're correctable. They're correctable, which means, son, don't do it that way. And they're like, yes, ma'am. Not like, oh, but yes, ma'am. They serve willingly. In other words, they're out there to help you, and they're going to help you and put all of their might and all of their self into it. They're not going to complain. They're not going to fuss. And they're going to have a bad attitude. They're just going to come and serve you, and they're going to serve you right. And they're also gentle, and they're natural-born leaders. You want to be a humble leader. I know everyone knows a couple of leaders out there right now who are not necessarily as humble as they should be, but hey, we had to talk about children. So the definition that I found that I thought was really, really neat by C.S. Lewis for humility is, true humility is not thinking less of yourself, it is thinking of yourself less. How powerful is that? So you're not thinking less of yourself. Is that what it is? You're not thinking less of yourself, you're thinking of yourself less. So in essence, that child who is humble is not braggadocious, as my wife called it this morning. He's not braggadocious. He doesn't brag. He doesn't try to be proud about who he is. He may be proud of his achievements. You want to allow them to be proud of their achievements. Like, Mom, look what I built. Or Mom, look, I just did this, or I just did that. Oh, hi, Kim. Hi, Linda. I just did this, or I just did that. And you want to say, yes, well done, son. Great job. So great job about what you did, what you accomplished. You don't want to go around bragging about it, and then that becomes kind of repulsive. Also, a child who is humble is not self-consumed. They're not self-consumed. They're not consumed all about, oh, and I did this, and then I did that, and I me this, and then my that, and then me this, and then my that. They're generally talking about how you're getting a weird feedback. Linda? Hi, Kim from Chester. How are you? I'm not sure what's going on, Linda. I apologize. But Miss Kim, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me very well? Kim? Miss Linda, is it better? Okay, well, sorry about that. We're gonna just keep going. So so a child who has humility is not braggadocious. Is that even a word? They're not self-consumed, they're not self-deprecating, but they're not self-elevating either. So basically, they're not proud. A humble person is not a proud person. The opposite of humility is pride. So a humble person is not a proud person. That is someone that I would like to hang out with. And that's the kind of coworker that I would like. Not someone that's always talking about what they're static. Oh, wow. I'm not sure what that is. But I'm going to keep going. Sorry about the static. Hopefully you guys can hear me very well, the rest of you. But I apologize about the static. Is that better now, Kim? Is it better? Kim? Is it better? No? All right, we're going to go ahead and continue. Sorry about that. I apologize. This is the first time that has happened. And that tells you that this is live, right? We can't edit live. So we're going to continue. We're going to press on. The second thing we're going to discuss today is honesty. Honesty. This morning when I was trying to prepare for this talk, I asked my children about the honesty bit. And they reminded me that George Washington, which I think most people we can still hear. Okay, thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. We all know someone who is honest around us, and my little son told me that George Washington is known for his honesty. So the story, of course, is George Washington loved to cut down trees, and he would always cut down his dad's trees, and then he would come and say, "Dad, I'm going to tell the truth. I cut down your tree." And his father was very proud. Yes, very proud of you, son, for cutting down the tree, but just stop for telling the truth, but just stop cutting down my trees. For those of us that were raised in Nigeria, we know that if you do something wrong, you want to tell the truth about it, because first of all, if you don't tell the truth about it, when they find out that you lied about that which you did wrong, you're not only going to get a paddle for doing something wrong, you're also going to get a paddle for telling a lie. So an honest person, the definition is showing or suggesting a good and truthful character. In other words, they're not lying and they're not stealing. So you want that kind of child. You want to teach your child from the get-go to always tell the truth. No matter what, tell the truth and face the consequences, but at least tell the truth. You don't want to be found out eventually that you not only did something bad, you also lied about it. That is two wrongs that can never make a right. So you do want to raise your children to be honest. The next we're going to talk about today is, hi, Connie. The next thing we're going to talk about today is imperfection. This is one of my favorites. I love the fact that you want to teach your children to grow up and believe that they are imperfect. No one is perfect except God. And so, yes, absolutely. You want to teach your kids that it's okay to be perfectly imperfect. Give me a thumbs up if you think that's a good idea. I love that idea. The definition of imperfection is a fault, a blemish, or a flaw. No one is perfect. Absolutely. So when your child does something and he does it right, go ahead and praise them. It's okay. But remind them that you're not perfect and it's okay to do something wrong sometimes. I believe in my heart that failure is the ultimate galvanizer. It is the ultimate mother of success. As we all know, there are people that have been very successful, people like Oprah, people like the author of the Harry Potter series. A lot of people, they will tell you that in their whole lives, They tried and tried and tried and tried, and they failed multiple times, but they just got up and kept going at it. And that is what you want to teach your child. It's okay. I don't know any kid who just woke up one day and suddenly learned how to ride a bike. No, they had to practice. They had to fall off the bike multiple times before they finally got it. And so you want to tell them it's okay to be imperfect. And that brings me to one of my favorite stories that I tell my teenagers in the office. When you want to hire, if you're able to hire people, you have your own fancy business and you want to hire, and you have two applicants. If one of them got 3 A's and 2 F's, and the other one got 5 B's, who would you hire? Let me see what you guys think. What do you guys think? Who are you going to hire? The one kid who got 3 A's and 2 F's, or the other kid who got 5 B's? What do you guys think? Hello, Linda, Kim, Connie, let me know what you think. In my own opinion, I would always hire the kid who got 5 B's. Why would I do that? Because I know that child or that individual always brings their best forward. Plus, they're consistent. They're reliable. I know that on any given day, they're going to come to work and they're going to give me their best. Now, their best may not be superior, but they're going to be consistent and at their best. And you know one thing about doing your best all the time, you can also learn to do better. However, the other applicant who got 3 A's and 2 F's in his grades, I know that on his A day, he's going to bring his A game on, right? He's a perfect employee. But on his F days, I cannot rely on him. He may not even come to work on that day. 5 B's, absolutely, Kim, that's true. He may not even come to work, and if he comes to work, he'll do a sloppy job. So of course, you want to hire the kid that does 5 B's, because that means that the child is consistent. Thank you, Kim. That is exactly right. The child is consistent. So that makes me continue with my imperfection talk. The child who knows that they're imperfect from the get-go is always going to believe that they can do better. But if they come up thinking that they are perfect, then that's going to kind of border on the child who is not humble, right? They're going to be thinking about themselves more and not themselves less. So yes, and I love that part of imperfection. The last thing we're going to talk about today is the theory of benevolence. 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 So who is a benevolent person? That is a well-meaning, kindly, and charitable person. I talk about service all the time. It's a big deal in my home. We volunteer all the time. A charitable person is a person who gives of themselves willingly. We kind of touched on that in, I think it was in Community. Yes, so they give of themselves willingly all the time. They're always going to be there. It says that they're also kindly. You want that as your coworker. You want your neighbor to be kindly. They're also well-meaning. So you know that whatever they're doing is coming from a good place. That is the kind of child you want to raise. You want to raise a child who is well-meaning, and you know that whatever he does, he's doing it from a good place. Even if it may not turn out to be right, at least you know his intentions are in the right place. And so that's kind of what the theory of benevolence is. So the 4 things we touched on today are benevolence, which we just talked about, imperfection, which is my absolute favorite. Honesty is another big thing. You want a child who is honest all the time. Honest Abe. Wouldn't you like your son to be honest Chukwudi, or honest David, or honest Linda? Wouldn't you like that? So absolutely, you want that. And then last but not least, you want a humble child. You want a child who does not think less of themselves. They just think of themselves less. So that is the kind of child that you want. So those are the 4 things we're going to talk about today. I think we have one more series next Sunday at 2 p.m. Central. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, any comments, please leave them below. Like and share my page. Tell your friends about it. It's not really anything major. It's maybe 15 minutes of your time you're going to spend with me on a Sunday afternoon. And we're going to learn. And we're going to learn from each other. So if you have other topics that you'd like us to discuss, please let me know. I'd appreciate them. If you have any comments, any critics, I will take them. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. So let me know what you'd like to hear from me. Let me know how differently you would like me to do this. If there's any other different ideas you have, I'll be very, very glad to learn. And like I promised last week, I will do one Sunday of just questions and answers. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So keep bringing your questions. Also, like my page, share my page, tell your friends about me. And also, that brings me to my newest baby, my blog. So I just started a blog this past week. I'm really excited about it. It's called Words by Black Butterfly, because I am the ultimate Black Butterfly. It is on wordpress.com. So it's words by blackbutterfly.wordpress.com. Join me there. I'll try to post something at least once a week as well. Maybe in the middle of the week, I'll try to post something. So I'll start with today, and then we'll just see how it goes. So I'm really excited. I'm also on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter, and of course on LinkedIn. So I'll see you guys next Sunday. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. Namaste. God bless you. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.